Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out Don't Sleep on Cú Chulainn, or however you pronounce his name. I apologize. I wish there was a good excuse on why this video isn't out yet today. I wish I had one, because I don't. I legitimately just forgot to record this. I'm so sorry. I've been busy with everything else, but that's not really an excuse. I had it scheduled, so it's on me to freaking plan correctly and to actually, I guess I didn't write it down on my schedule, which shame on me. Sorry about that. But thankfully, I found some time today to record it, and so I can still get it out to you today. It's just going to be late. I'm so sorry. But yeah. Very excited to see how I shouldn't be sleeping on Cú. I mean, I already haven't been sleeping on him. He's probably one of my favorite Fate servants just in general. And as a Lancer, I think he's probably up there in the tiering of of all the Lancer servants in Fate, or in the, I don't know how, whatever the hell, right? I think he's like really good, and I remember Emiya Archer saying he's top 3. And he probably knows a thing or two in the Fate world, so him being top 3 is probably kind of a valid statement. But again, the boy Tsiah is gonna freaking, this intro is trash. We're just gonna get into it.
Now I know that you might think that you're a proud dog owner, and you might believe that you got the best one around. I hate to break it to you, he might have some competition. There's only one true hound that stands above them all, and that is the Hound of Chulainn, young Satanta, better known as Cú Chulainn.
Chulainn. Yeah, I definitely butchered the hell out of that. I'm so sorry.
Again, we're going to be diving off into his 3 forms, primarily that being his Lancer, Caster, and his Grail manipulated counterpart, Cú Alter. So to put things into reverse,
he got an Alter form too.
This off with Face Stay Night this time around.
Thank you.
When it comes to Cú, he is one of the many characters that doesn't get a lot of shine in the series. And
yeah.
when he does finally get his screen time, he's often getting shafted.
Yep.
Whether that be him missing his fatal attack against Artoria because of luck and her instinct, or him flat out getting jumped by the Shadow and Hassan in Heaven's Field. When he does get a fair fight is when he really starts to show the audience what he's truly made of. Looking at his main phantasm, Gae Bolg, a move that was meant to always produce fatal results. If the circumstances are correct, he would one-shot the opponent with the manipulation of causality. And if you see,
but I hear that's only with him actually stabbing and still holding onto the spear rather than him throwing it. I think when he throws it, it just becomes like a very powerful projectile. But when he stabs, that's the reverse causality thing. That's what I saw a YouTube comment, but you know, YouTube comments aren't exactly the most accurate.
Cú's original lore, where he's literally ripping his enemies to shreds and tanking armies, you'll understand why.
I also did see a fun story of how he went out in the original lore, right? I think he was in the battlefield, and then I don't know, his insides came out, but what he did was he got his insides and choked out the enemy with his insides while he was facing death, you know what I'm saying? He was so he took him with him. So I saw a fun story about that. I don't know if it's true because I got it from a YouTube comment, but you know.
It was even stated by Saber verbatim that he has enough energy to do this move 7 times in a row with no recharge. The moment that you get hit by this move, you're gonna be cursed in a way that affects your endurance. This will last until either Cú dies or the spear is destroyed. So even if you manage to dodge the hit, this still doesn't mean that you're scot-free. One thing that you cannot overlook is his overall strength. Oftentimes he will use his bare strength alone to catapult himself out of danger with his lance.
Yep.
By incorporating this with his restart skill, he can save a ton of energy, and he puts a big distance between him and the opponent.
Wait, let me see the skill. The ability to escape battle can also return an unfavorable battle to the beginning turn 1 and restore the conditions of techniques to. Wow.
He can save a ton of energy, and he puts a big
It's like a restart button on a Nintendo DS.
him and the opponent if it's looking like things might not go his way.
Or it's like a
Even
quick load,
after
quick
his
save
fatal
thing.
Phantasm missed the mark, it was still enough to catapult Saber and swing her at a long distance. He has the protection from arrow skill, making the dirks that was thrown by Hassan back in Heaven's Field completely useless. Let me point out that Hassan's daggers are not slow. It's stated that they can't even be perceived, so he...
I mean, knowing Fate and power scaling, it's probably massively faster than light, all of those daggers.
couldn't even see the daggers coming, and he still was able to deflect every single one of them. You have his projectile variant of Gae Bolg, which is even more ferocious than the first.
Oh, really?
Building up a momentum which would take some of the greatest defense in order to stop it. Luckily for him, Emiya had Ro Ias on his side, but as we all saw, even when Emiya managed to block this attack, it still took majority of the energy out of him. He was completely exhausted, while Lancer, on the other hand, was unbothered, ready to go another round. Mind you that
I really thought that Emiya was like, oh wow, those two were like neck and neck. No, I'm surprised that Emiya was still alive after that.
his first fight against Emiya, Cú had restrictions from Kirei, telling him not to finish the servant. Now when it comes to the throne version of Gae Bolg, it prioritizes the power over the causality effect. This can be seen by the sheer surroundings being destroyed when the move came in contact. Next thing that we have to get into is his speed. You thought Ryder was fast. This man is acknowledged to be the fastest heroic spirit in the entire war multiple times. Having the ability to catch up to a moving truck on his bare feet alone.
I'm sorry, that's not even that impressive, bro.
This is made
able to catch a moving truck, like that's like it's like not even, no, that's superhuman levels, but like with Fate power scaling, like it needs to be at least like light speed in order to be impressive, but catching up to a moving truck, that's not that impressive. It looks great in the movie, don't get me wrong, and this is one of my favorite fights in Fate just in general, but it's like the feat itself is not that impressive, I'll be honest.
More apparent in his second fight against Emiya, where Cú was moving so fast that the only way Emiya could dodge his hits is by using Eye of the Mind, going beyond the novel. If you watch the fight, you can visibly see his speed overwhelming him. Cú jumped back 100 meters, ran up 50 meters, and it stated that Emiya blocked the spear in a split second. This means that Cú's spear has to come out at least 100 meters per second. It was mentioned that his thrusts were coming out so fast that even the after images had a blur. Do you know how fast you have to be moving for your after images to be blurred? Technically an after image.
I'm actually not good at science, so not really actually. Not really, I don't.
It's just the idea that his speed was so indescribable that that's the only thing he could come up with. In the first fight that they had, it was stated that he delivered over 100 blows in little to no time. Shiro mentioned that back at the crib, Cú was moving at a speed that made him appear as if he was teleporting, and he was just moving from place to place. When he chased after Rune on the rooftop at the beginning of the story, the novel tells us
Chased, bro was like doing a light walk.
that he was able to run 100 meters in less than 7 seconds. And if we're being honest, he was just messing around.
Thank you. I was literally about to say that, but he said it too.
By far, one of my.
I actually want to see some of these Fate battles from 2006 because some of them actually did interest me. Like I saw that there was like a fight between Cú and Gilgamesh. That was pretty cool, but. Yeah.
Favorite feats from Cú is his fight against Gilgamesh near the end of the Fate route. It was stated that him and Gilgamesh fought each other for half a day. Fighting anybody for 12 hours straight is a feat in and of itself. Fighting one of the strongest characters there is for 12 hours straight is nothing short of immaculate. And they gave us no details. What type of blue ball is this?
Yeah, even freaking Blackbeard off-screen battle.
To consider the Dean adaptation, the whole fight was simply glossed over, and what we did get didn't do it justice in any way. His battle continued.
Oh, you need to watch Fate 2006. It's so good.
No.
Being
I'm just kidding. Maybe.
full effect. I mean, this dude had his entire chest blown open, still fighting. Crazy thing
That's what I'm saying, man.
is that he fought Saber not too long.
I was wondering if that was an actual skill or if he was just built like that. Like as a person, he was just built like that, or he has like it's like an actual skill with like a certain grade on it. The fact that he keeps fighting back even though he's at the brink of death.
Before this, then you have Extella, where him and Gilgamesh battled again. And you know what happens next? I don't either, because it was off screen.
Wonderful.
Why? You have Kirei in the UB dub route, where he uses his command seals to make Cú take his own life. He had enough energy to take Kirei down with the limited time that he had left. These two things alone.
So that right there, when he was still grabbing onto his spear, right? When he was still grabbing onto his spear and that's the reverse causality thing. That wasn't like projected. That was an actual reverse causality because he was still holding on to it. Yeah. He was cooked as soon as he was alive.
Left. These two things alone are just a testament that you are not getting any easy wins out of Cú. Going back to the conversation with Saber, she mentioned
he's like Vegeta that just keeps fighting no matter how damaged he is. I love that.
Cú is able to fight 6 battles in a row and he'll be completely fine. This is the type of endurance that you have to deal with if you plan to even come close to matching with this man. He's doing it 6 times over. You sleep, he's working the double shift. How dare you? And then we have his skills and his adaptability. Now, something that we have to get out on the table is the fact that his teacher is one of the best in the entire franchise, and that is Skyhawk. So if you take that into account, Cú has mastered the best of fighting techniques that you could possibly have before you even get to his strength. His profile tells us that a warrior from the land of shadows has to be proficient in every martial art. If you take a look at his rune magic.
Someone actually mentioned that his rune magic is actually top tier as well. So he's top tier in martial arts, he's top tier in rune magic, and he's top tier in the spear. God, and Bro, he got so shafted in the story.
18 runes at his disposal, even in his Lancer form. He mentioned himself that he just chooses not to use them because he prefers to use his lance. We did see him initiate the process at the Einsburn Castle, where he used the rune and burned the entire castle to the ground. Straight dust. He also used one to scout out certain locations. If you look at his struggle back in Heaven's Field, when he was going against the invulnerable Shadow, the story tells us that he used all 18 runes to protect himself, which, as we know, can block a strong noble phantasm. Unfortunately for him, the Shadow is built different.
No, we need to don't sleep on the Dark Shadow. we need that. Do we have that?
But if that circumstance was against a servant, you're gonna have some real problems. Him having access to these rooms is extremely impactful to his fighting. You would have no idea that he was holding these in the back pocket. Switching over into FGO, we were able to see my boy in his caster version. He's just as, if not even more dangerous in this form than he was before.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I think I saw a YouTube comment in one of my videos that said Cú's Lancer form is his weakest. I don't know if I believe that, but he says the caster is stronger than G's.
Of doing everything. But then again, he can be summoned in nearly any class, so it does make sense. He's that seasoned of a warrior.
Oh yeah, he could be probably any class. Yeah.
When he was going,
he literally said that because he can do every martial art.
Close range combat with a staff. It's like these guys are brothers. They just can't stop fighting each other no matter what timeline you go to. Remember the arrow that I said that looked like it could mow down a house? Cú was able to completely disintegrate Emiya's arrow into
Grand Order?
Thin air.
Oh my god. He did the freaking Dragon Ball Super Hakai on that thing.
Combining his runes with his staff to change his attribute, using wood style spells to seal himself off from attacks, using wood spells to create substitution clones, Hashirama opening the gate of the underworld to knock Emiya out of the sky, And lastly, he summons the arm of his wood phantasm that just so happens to have immense power. It was nice knowing you. In the short interaction that he had against Medusa Lancer, he was able to dodge Medusa's chains multiple times with.
Well, he like did a hop. That wasn't even a jump, bro. He hopped and dodged that thing. Oh my gosh.
She was trying to hit him from all angles, gutted her in 2 spells. Even in Extella, Medusa admitted up front that she knew her chances were done once Cú stepped on the scene.
Yeah, I think Cú overall is probably stronger than Medusa. Although Medusa is a very good, very strong writer. I think she's probably stronger than Alexander the Great, at least in terms of one-on-one. But yeah, Cú is probably stronger than her.
Then you have his fight against Salter. Salter, as you know, being the strongest one in the war at that time.
There you go.
Steps in, uses his Wicker Man phantasm, and throws her in.
Is this a fake Grand Order?
The incinerator. Fieri ain't got nothing on this. Last up, we have the vile but extremely powerful Cú Alter, a conceptually altered version of Cú, where rationality is a thing of the past. And despite his battles being limited, he made quick work of anybody that he fought against.
Oh my goodness.
One of his skills makes his mere presence alone enough to weaken the enemy in strength and agility. And as usual, he has access to protection from arrows and his Rune Magecraft on top of that.
Okay,
now,
that's ridiculous. What kind of Mortal Kombat combo was that?
Gorgon, Cú was boosted by the Grail, so some of his feats are exaggerated. But knowing how strong Cú actually is, it won't be by much. We know that he was completely unaffected by Nero Bride's Noble Phantasm to the point where she.
Oh yeah, because Nero Bride's Noble Phantasm is really strong. Like I remember what I don't know who she is.
Is in
Who is Nero Bride?
He was able to destroy her bounded field and finish her off with his Gae Bolg, ripping across all of her organs in one swipe. Of course, we have to throw out the Karna kill. Cú literally snuck up behind him after he had a battle with Arjuna. This is no real feat, but from a strategy perspective, morals are a lost cause. If you're looking for a fair fight, you're in the wrong place. His master, Skyhawk, one of the greatest teachers in Fate, rivaling the likes of Chiron in terms of technique. He managed to fight Skyhawk to a draw, mentioning that at the price of excruciating pain, he can use his runes to regenerate. What? Now the battle against Gil is.
I'm not even that surprised. Having a runes to regenerate, like you have some like freaking potions. You have some freaking full restores with your Pokemon team. I mean, like I feel like that's just common sense to have those things.
Starting to make more sense. He then followed up this pain by obliterating 90% of Skyhawk's organs and forcing her to hit the escape button. I apologize.
Okay, first off, how do you still survive after having 90% of your organs eviscerated? How is she still alive? Okay.
Bounce, you are doing the most right now. And then you have the fact that he immobilized Rama, who is also a very powerful servant. He was able to one-shot him into critical condition with his Gae Bolg, a hit that nearly took his life. And there's his armor's phantasm that restricts his Gae Bolg, but increases his endurance and brings his strength up to EX. He is 100% really like that.
Okay, EX strength, that's crazy.
A man that truly
I know
can
that
be
much.
Contained, having one of the best mentors, an unbreakable spirit, and being a demigod isn't too shabby either.
Let me try and guess the rank. It's either A or B. It has to be A or B. I mean, he gave Karna an A. I don't know if there's anything above an A. I think someone said it, but I forgot. I'm so sorry. But I'm thinking high B. Is there even a high or low, or does he just give the letter? If he just gives the letter, I'm thinking A, but maybe B. You know what? I'm gonna be pessimistic. I'm gonna say B.
Hit my boy with the A rank.
No, my bad. I was sleeping on him. He literally told me not to sleep on him. I was sleeping on him. I apologize. A.
Stop playing with him. You knew what this was from the get-go. Like the video up. Let me know what you guys think.
Dang, so he's on the same rank as Karna. Although there's obviously like different nuances, and like not all A is equal. Cú might be a lower A, Karna might be a higher A, or maybe vice versa. I have no idea.
Type Moon content. It's your boy Tsiah. I'm out.
This is great, man. This is great. What the hell is this? insane picture. But regardless though, I already knew he was strong, but it's glad to know that there's like a concrete metric that I can look at that tells me that Cú is indeed one of the bigger dogs of Fate servants. I'm really happy to see that because again, he got so shafted in the Fate Stay Night, both routes I saw. I think he probably got a little bit more shine in the Fate 2006 route or Fate Saber route. Of course, I haven't seen that show yet, but yeah, I knew he was strong. But I'm glad that it's not just my bias saying that he's strong rather than like having an official metric, you know what I'm saying? But I'm yapping. Let me know what you guys want me to do next. People keep telling me to do Don't Sleep on Shiro. That thing's an hour long, right? I need to wait at least until the ad revenue turns on to my channel before I watch that. I'm kidding. Well, not really, actually. I'm not. I gotta wait until the ad revenue options turned on my channel before I watch that video. Nah, but seriously, it's an hour long. I'm gonna have to schedule that sometime. But any other ones, please comment below what you want me to do. I will pick. I already have an idea of what I want to do, but if there's like an overwhelming opinion that they want me to do a certain person, I will definitely do that person. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace.